Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Spirituality in Action. I remain your host, Clement Etok. With me on the program is Mr. Bolaji Yemitan. You're welcome to the program.
Good to be here. Thank you.
BJ, come on, be lively now.
It's good to be here. Thank you. It's
Uh,
good to be here again.
Aha, that's what I care. Together we will be treating the topic, what is man, really? Before I proceed, I would like to thank those of you who call in every week, and those of you who are yet to call in, please find time to do so, and we will surely provide you with a copy of Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures. Just send us an SMS with your full name and address to enable us to reach you directly with the book. Now, without wasting much time, I will get right to it. How does understanding man as the spiritual reflection of God rather than a material being influence your approach to health and healing in everyday life?
Hmm. Um, a big and great question is in a short sentence. Okay. Firstly, I'll begin by speaking specifically what man is, and man is perfect, whether you know it or not. We are. And man is not material, being subject to limitations, sickness, death, disease. Instead, he is the spiritual image and likeness of God, embodying divine qualities and expressing infinite love, intelligence, life. This view of man draws from the Bible and also uh, the Science and Health We Keep to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy. Not only shapes our spiritual understanding, but also brings healing and transformation into our daily lives. The Bible also declares in Genesis 1:27. Uh, God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. And this verse reveals man's spiritual origin and likeness of God. It affirms that man is not material, but of course reflects the qualities of spirit. And in him we live, we move, and we have our being. And error tries sometimes to seem powerful, but trust me, you have to regularly and constantly stand porter at the door of thoughts, allowing only positive thoughts within you. And this I find common because I myself constantly demonstrate this fact, by reflecting the true qualities of man in my work, relationship with people, my family, and so on and so forth. I just always ensure that I am guarding my thoughts. I'm standing porter at the door of thoughts. Just only allowing good and only good. And I think that's what most of us need to do. Guarding our thoughts from error. And also, I know that God is my health, and therefore no sickness whatsoever can weigh me down. This is why we must daily watch, walk, and pray. For that mind to be in us, which was also in Christ Jesus. And for example, you have to be what you want to see in others, and see your neighbor aright. You know, and when we see others, we view each individual as God's beloved child, capable of expressing love, kindness, and goodness. And this approach definitely dissolves conflict and builds harmony in relationships. as we no longer see ourselves or others as separate from divine love, which is God. We are children of God, and it is written in the Bible, "Blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called the children of God." That's in Matthew 5:9. And okay, I'll give an example of um of how this relates to health. One time I was a little bit down, and whenever that happens, firstly I go with the Lord's Prayer. I recite the Lord's Prayer calmly, silently, as Jesus taught, and also there are some Sunday school hymns that was that our Sunday school teacher used to teach us then. I stay calmly and recite some of them. I can recite some. Um, One goes, "I know that God is where I am, beneath, around, above, providing, guiding, guarding, encircling me in love." Another goes thus: "When mother turns the light on, the room gets bright again. When mother turns the truth on, error goes away." Another: "God is love, and love is life, and life is everywhere. Love is surrounding, covering, guiding, keeping us safe from any harm. God is love, and love is life, and life is everywhere." Another goes thus: "Father, Mother, God, loving me, guide me when I sleep, guide my little feet up to thee." I'll say one more: "Error, error, go away. There is no room for you to stay. God is with me here to stay. He will never go away." This is just few out of about 10 of them. They are very interesting, and they come in handy constantly, regularly in my day-to-day activities. And in science and health, Mrs. Eddy explained that health is not a condition of matter, but of mind. Nor can the material senses, bear reliable testimony of the subject of health. Illness, pain, and suffering are not part of man's true nature, as they do not come from God, who is pure, good, and all he has made is very good, as stated in the Bible in Genesis. Recognizing our true selfhood as whole and spiritual allows us to experience healing as we affirm our unity with divine life, untouched by material conditions. When we see man as God's image, we realize that health is not something we need to attain. It is already part of our true identity. So there's no denying if you deny your identity, it means you don't know who you really are. And I think this just explain just uh, this is my explanation on the first question.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, okay, thank you. A material being is not God's creation,
Yep.
and that man inherently is spiritual because he is God's image and likeness,
Definitely.
as the scriptures declare. Thank you for solidifying
Thank you.
that for us. Now, do you have other instances, where you were able to demonstrate this understanding? I mean, one or those that stand out?
Oh, of course, I have numerous incidents, but I think I'll just go through two. But before I say that, I just want to let us know that God is love, and man reflects this divine love in his nature and action. And the Bible instructs us to love thy neighbor as thyself in Mark 12:31, and in the Science and Health, Mrs. Eddy also writes that love is reflected in love. Just like I explained earlier on, that we see what we want to see in the other person. And okay, one time there was a time I mistakenly locked the vehicle door, and my baby was at the back seat. She was strapped to the car seat, and well, all I needed to do was find the rod, press the whiner, and then open the door. And that day the engine was running, so I knew that it was going to be an easy task. And then I was relaxed because I knew that God was in control, and I know that we are His children, and no harm can come nigh His children. Therefore, I need not to worry. But people around me, I think I had two ladies with me. They were already panicking. I just assured them that just relax, just for me to press this, and then we get the window down and then open the door. But not too long, the window was accessed. Then the door was opened, and all was fine. So just in a short period of time. But after this, I also reassured others that when God is in charge, there can be no, and there can only be goodness and rejoicing. God is all in all, and He fills all space. Another incident, I needed to make a trip in the evening with some of my staffs. I think we were about four, yeah, and it was in the evening. And because I walk far away from Shangotedo extreme, and we needed to come to, I think, Ogba, I think about 2 hours journey there about. So the best time for us to move was at night. And they were worried that, are we going to go? I said, don't worry, we'll go. Because I knew that what we wanted to do it was an important mission, you know, and therefore it was necessary for us to move. So I affirmed within myself that, God is the way, God leads the way, He guides and guides us. And I assured my team that all will go as planned well. And we got to our destination, executed our tasks, and headed back. And we're talking in the vehicle, gisting, and before we knew it, we already passed we already passed Aja. Then before we knew it, we were already at our destination. And my team was surprised that, how did this man have this kind of mind? No, I just told them that it's just God fills all space, and therefore His children can move freely and anytime. And this just is just interesting to know that Christian Science teaches me a lot about how to handle certain issues, and of course prayer helps.
That's wonderful. That is very, very wonderful. Thank you, Bolaji, for those wonderful insights, especially the calm assurance. Now, for inquiries and comments, get in touch via email to spiritualityonpoint@gmail.com. I'll take it again, spiritualityonpoint, one word, @gmail.com. Or you can also reach us via telephone. The numbers to call are 080-3333-3803. I'll take the number again, 080-3333-3803 or 080-6231-4394. I'll take the number again, 080-6231-4394. You can reach us via any one of these media and send in your SMS and with your full name and address, and we will surely get to you. Thank you. Have a lovely weekend.